Hello and welcome to Boards of Valor. This is another Use It or Lose It. And this edition is with Madame Endora's fortune cards, featuring artwork by Christine Filipak. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right because, pronunciations of names are hard. So this is a really cool, different deck that is kind of more symbols based. So I'll read us the back of the box and well, let's take a minute to look. I believe this is one of the cards. We can see later if it is or not. I don't know if I introduced, this is Boards of Valor and I'm Elizabeth. I don't know if I said that already. So it is a fortune telling cards that offer advice about all areas of life based on old world myth and lore, and it blends Egyptian, Celtic, and fantasy themes in an elegant Art Nouveau style. Each card features its own fortune for a quick reading, and it also, we have some spreads. So we do have the little book, and I do have some spreads ready for us to try. So we'll just hop through a few. I like how there's the symbol and the words, so you don't really need the little white book. That's upside down. So yeah, so these are, I like the art on them too. I just think they're really cool representations of very general things. So I feel like it's a good Oracle deck base. So we'll put these here, and there's 2 spreads I want to try. Well, there's 4 total, so this one might be a 4-episode one because we have 4 different spreads to work with. And then if I want to do my old school way of just pulling cards and just vibing with it, we could do that too. We might. So this one might be a lot of sessions where we hang out with her. And yeah, so let's start with, I made the cheat sheets because it's just easier for me as a cool human. So this first one is like a fan spread out. So let's get started. So this one's gonna be your present situation or struggle. This is health, well-being, love and friendship, immediate concern, spiritual harmony, and materials. So according to the guidebook, this is so not aesthetically placed out. And it's gonna bother me. So let's just do a little. This one is the strongest oracle of future events, is the sentence in the guidebook. So that's cool. Maybe we'll move these so they're easier to read. Those were choices I made that were not great. I feel like I'm mumbling, so I'm sorry. I feel like my mouth is very dry. So if you hear, that's my little water bottle. I'm actually gonna take some water right now as we get ready. Anyway, so what is our present struggle? One card for the present struggle. That's too many. Oh, that is the box. The seer is the card on the box. Whoa. All right, we're gonna take this one because that was dramatic. Hindrance. Fate has blocked this path for you. Ooh. Oh, your presence or struggle. It's bitch. Yes, there's a struggle. We did it on purpose because we don't want you to go down this road. Fuck. There's a deck, Crystal Visions Tarot, and it has like the future is unknown card, where it's basically like, bitch, stop asking the deck for answers, and that this card just gave that energy. Anyway, we'll continue. What is your health or physical well-being? That was bad shuffling. There's a difference between flyers and bad shuffling. Water and air. We only want one. Although water and air seem very funny because I feel like my mouth is dry and cannot talk clearly. So what is the health and physical well-being of the collective? Because again, all the readings we do in these are for the collective, not just for me, because that would be weird and way too personal. I do add my personal insight because that is the cool thing about picking a reader. Their personal connection to the card matters because they're going to get a message for you in a way that you can understand it because of the way they get messages. Or at least that's how I interpret the world. The satyr. I feel like I'm satyr. I feel like that's how you say it. I could be wrong. Revelry and indulgence. Revelry and indulgence. Why are words so hard for me today? I swear I can't like say anything. Again, bad shuffling. Friendship, your love and friendship in your life, in the collective life. Those, okay, this one's asking to be pulled. Medusa, jealousy leads to downfall. See, I'm taking a astrology course. I get astrology readings from Allie at the Cosmic Space Witch, and she tells Medusa's story in a way that a lot of Medusa cards are frustrating, and so this might be. I am not above being like, we're gonna rewrite this and just ignore what's written on the card. I can do that. Some people can't. Is it a moment where maybe this deck's not a great fit for me? Yeah, it is. It is a consideration. Immediate, however, this is in its favor, so I can ignore that. Some people can't. And then I have something like that comes out like this, that's so cheeky and poignant that it's like I can't ignore that there's something with this tool that I'm valuing. Okay, so your immediate concern. What is the collective's immediate concern? Excuse me, I keep burping. Oh, we have a title card. I guess we can take that because that's the title card. The Sun, your perseverance is rewarded. I didn't even know there was a title card in this deck. Look at that. I just whispered that, so I don't know if you could hear me, but I whispered. I didn't know there was a title card in this deck. I don't know. I should probably be putting headphones on to get better voiceness. Audio. Maybe I'll try it in the next video and we can see which one's better. Spiritual harmony. I will check if cards are off the screen after I shuffle, but right now I'm in a comfortable shuffling position. Too many. So I'm not looking at the view of what you're seeing. Before I talk about them, I will. The Mystic Circle. So we're going to do wealth and material prosperity. Boom. Okay. Saucy. Let's see. I feel like this last card also wants to be talked about, so we'll just put him up there. Because because it was moving towards me. So we do kind of lose a little bit, but we can rearrange. I think that's like not great, but it's not the worst. So you guys might not see the card that the paper that explains what everything is, but that's okay, because that's really more for me to talk about, and I'll say it out loud all the time. And then we have an extra card because you kept sliding off the top of the deck towards me. So the present struggle is that whatever you're trying to move forward with has been blocked for some reason. And maybe reflect on that. We will go to the guidebook, don't worry. If you're new here, we always, when we are analyzing if a deck can stay or leave, we always check the guidebook, because guidebooks can have little nuggets that are magical. And at the end of the day, when you're reading for yourself, who cares if you check the guidebook? Even if you're reading for others, as long as you're transparent and you're not just literally like, A is for apple. If you eat an apple a day, your doctor will not be needed. And B is for bumblebees, so maybe dip your apple in honey, because the guidebook says A is for apple and B is for bee. Buzz. Like, as long as you're not like reading directly, I think you're like, that's fine. You know, like, it's not like, if you're new and you're reading for people, you should not be exchanging monetarily if you are reading like that. I think you do need to do that at some point to gain proficiency outside of yourself, because you're only going to get so many cards, because you're only dealing with so much stuff. Where were we? Health and physical well-being. Is this path leading you to indulge inappropriately in things? Or are you indulging to ignore the fact that this isn't your path and you don't know what path to choose, and like everything's on fire and you don't know what to do, so you're just indulging in negative things and it's just not helping? And maybe that's the path you shouldn't be going down, because it's not a good one. Like, are you doom scrolling more than you're taking the astrology course you signed up for? I'm calling myself out here. I am calling myself out here. So don't take it personally, because I am, so you don't have to. Anyway, Medusa is your love and friendship life. I do think jealousy applies. Actually, jealousy leads to downfall, because Medusa wasn't jealous. Athena was jealous of Medusa. And because Athena was jealous of Medusa, she sent her away to a cave to be by herself forever. Yes, no men could bother her ever again. But she didn't have her girls. She didn't have children around her. She couldn't look into other people's eyes without killing them, unless they were creations like her, what were quote-unquote monsters. She could not enjoy companionship without possibly being a murderer, because someone else was jealous of her. And I think that is a warning that if you surround yourself with people who are jealous of you, they will lead to your destruction, because they're not rooting for you. They're sending you curses, even if they don't know it, because words and thoughts are powerful, especially when you say those thoughts out loud. If you think you're cheering on your friend by sending negativity their way, or saying like, oh yeah, she's so great, but she's so interested in this, and I just don't think it's gonna pan out for her, you're cursing her. You're cursing your friend and the endeavor that they're very passionate about. And so I do think this Medusa tagline kind of works. It's hard. It's hard to not, like, it's hard to know the line between calling your friends out or, like, trying to see their choice, and if you don't understand it in a way that's not cursing them. Like, you have to be careful with your words when you question a choice that falls into, like, this dynamic. Because I think at the end of the day, we don't realize how powerful our words are, and that they do send that energy towards that person or that thing that we are talking about. What a card to land in that position. Immediate concern, strongest for future events. Your perseverance is rewarded. How do you move forward when everyone around you is trying to put you down? That is very hard to do. It is 100% only achieved through perseverance. You're going to have to fight for this if you want it. And again, what path is it? You have to acknowledge that you have to fight for what you want, but is it being blocked? Don't be stupid. Pay attention to those around you. Who's trying to distract you? That could be the path you need to avoid, because they're distracting you from this. Or maybe they're distracting you from this because it wasn't for you. But they're not for you either. You don't want to be around people like this. Indulgence and moderation. It doesn't seem like you're healthy if this is coming up, though. In your physical well-being. In your fun, it's fine. But in your physical well-being, that's concerning to me. Spiritual harmony, the mystic circle. Your abilities will be enhanced. I think whoever's jealous of you is trying to, you need to be more fun, let's go out, let's have a drink, because you're more focused on cultivating your inner self, your inner abilities, your mind. You're just focused on something other than outly hedonistic pursuits, and it's pissing people off. Wealth and prosperity, the unicorn, good fortune, and friendship. There are good people too. Find the people that are not secretly trying to lock you away in a cave so some hero can come and chop your head off to release you from your prison on this earth. Find your real friends who would have never put you in that situation. The hand of fate. Forces beyond your control intervene. If it's not for you, it's not gonna, they're gonna make sure it doesn't happen. And I also see that as, if you don't know who the people that are shit talking you are, something's going to show you. Something is going to show you. Because I do think when those people reveal themselves, and guys, I've had a lot of those people, unfortunately. I'm sure I've been those people for others. It was a mutual parasitic shit fest, if you will, in some cases. And once the inauthenticity of being there for you starts to appear, you see it. Like, once that egg is cracked, it stinks. Like, think of the Easter, like, I don't know, if you ever did Easter egg hunts, and when you lose I'm just gonna flip cards. When you lose the egg that the bunny hid, and then the house stinks until you find it, that's like the cracking egg of when someone who's in your life that's not there for you, like, they start to stink. like you're gonna start picking up on it more and more. That is another advertisement card. So just be, I think that ultimately was being aware of who's in your inner circle. Are they here for you? And like, someone might have accidentally cursed you and still be there for you. Like, you need to acknowledge that we live in a world where it's very common to do that. Like, to use words flagrantly without thinking of their power. And I know I do, and I'm working to be better. So figure out the people who cheer you on even when you're equally. So how do I explain this? So I would say that there are people who only cheered me on when I was struggling, and they couldn't stand when I was getting better. If I was struggling, they were great. They were in my corner, giving me water so I could continue the fight. But once I started knocking other people out and kind of regrounding myself, being able to progress more for me, they were gone. I don't know where they went. I don't know what happened. I still to this day honestly do not. This is a bit of a raw wound. But then there were people who were there for that period of when I needed my hand held, and I was the most annoying person in the goddamn world. And they were there for me. And then when things started getting better, they were also there for me. And you need someone who's there for you through the shit when you were annoying, and no one should want to be near you. And they'll probably tell you that, but they'll still like accept that you aren't listening to their great advice because you're dumb shit. But they're still gonna be there in your corner because that's what friends do. You can still be a friend and be like, I can't be in your corner right now because I cannot handle it. Because I also have been that friend. And I hate that I was that friend to this day. But there was someone who I care about dearly who's back in my life who I had to be like, I can't be your friend for years. Because I knew I couldn't be her friend. Because of circumstances outside of both of us. And I knew that if we tried, I would take something personally that wasn't meant to be taken that way, and it would have caused a big problem that we might have not been able to move forward as friends with, and I didn't want to risk it. I'd rather just walk away and hope that one day we'd be friends again. So like, there's a lot to think about when it comes to weird friendship relationships. And like, I'm probably not the best person to get advice from because I've had a lot of shitty ones and I've been a shitty one. But you know what? You can decide for you how this works in your life, and just to be mindful of like all the nuances there. But like, who you invite into your life matters. That was really rambling. So I hope it wasn't annoying. But even if it was, look at you. You stayed. Have a great day.